Lacking confidence is holding you back. Every moment we live on this earth is an opportunity, but you're letting it slip by. Imagine if you had no hesitations to talk to people, you had the courage to pursue your dreams, and you finally stopped caring what people think. How would your life be different? Would you be more happy? Having confidence is like having a superpower that most people do not know how to unleash. Being confident isn't as simple as flipping a switch or closing your eyes and hoping that it will magically appear. But I know you are capable of changing your narrative and perception of yourself. The misconception is you either have confidence or you don't, but that is the furthest thing from the truth. Confidence is not an act, but rather it's a state of being. Imagine right now you took your last breath and your life ended. Do you wish you had more time? Are you happy with the legacy you left behind? Could you have done more? Do you have any regrets? The harsh reality is one day this will be true, so why are we wasting a moment of our life? Right now, you have the opportunity to take advantage of every breath that you are given. Unleashing your confidence can open doors for opportunities, create some of the most powerful connections with people, and allows you to have some of the most incredible experiences. Before we create change, we need to understand why we are the way we are. So remember back when you were a child and you were carefree, playing in the mud, and nothing mattered except for having fun. As we get older, our experiences shape who we are. From the way you were raised, to the friends that you had, to the embarrassing moments that you've experienced. Over time, these experiences either given us confidence or created some insecurities. So when I was a kid, I was really small for my age, I was a terrible reader, and I got bullied a lot. Essentially, this conditioned me to want to hide in the back of the room and just take up as little space as possible because I was afraid of getting attention, because if I got attention, I'd get made fun of. And being made fun of most of my childhood, it doesn't really help at all. And I finally got the courage to ask a girl out. And then I got shut down immediately, and it was such a scarring experience for me because I now have this anxiety to approach people. Obviously, as time progressed and I become more of an adult and more of a human being, I slowly developed myself out of that approach anxiety and having a lot more confidence, but it scarred me for a long time. So as humans, we are conditioned from these experiences. We create these stories in our head and these barriers so we don't get embarrassed. We don't want to get made fun of, and we want to get as little attention as possible because of those experiences. So I know that you and I are both way more mentally, physically, and emotionally stronger than our body and mind lets us be. Our mind wants to keep us in the comfort zone. For me, talking in front of a camera is not a big deal. I'm super okay with that. But me, talking in front of a large group of people on stage, it's one of the most terrifying experiences, and my mind tricks me to think that it's life and death, where it's really not. I'm just standing in front of people and talking. It's not a big deal. But I know that I've struggled with confidence my whole life, and it's something that I've constantly had to work on. Now, it's not easy, but the beautiful thing about confidence and self-development is that over time, we can build ourselves up and become the best version of ourselves. Now in this video, my goal is to help you take steps to becoming that person. So I'm going to give you 7 tips, tricks, / exercises to help you take steps in that direction. So the very first exercise is taking our body and influencing our mind, our thoughts, and our emotions by how we sit here. So the very first thing you gotta do is, if you're watching this on an iPad, a phone, or computer, wherever it is, place it in a position that is gonna be eye level. This just helps us be in a better body position. And then the next thing we're going to do is we're essentially going to take a deep breath. We're going to bring our chest up. We're going to bring our shoulders back, and then we're going to roll our shoulders down. So what we're going to be doing here is we're going to be trying to take up as much space as possible. If you've ever noticed that people that take up a lot of room have really good signs and indication of being confident. When you're insecure or less confident, you're trying to take up as little space as possible. So let's change that narrative. We're going to pump up our chest, we're going to roll our shoulders back, and we're going to stay in this position for the rest of the video. Now, here's another cool thing that we can do is I want you to smile for the rest of this video. That sounds pretty hard, right? But what we can do is take a pencil, bite the pencil, and what that's gonna do is it's gonna make us smile, which is also going to influence our emotion and our mind. So if you're ever going into a job interview, you're going into a physical activity such as a sport and you're trying to become like a professional athlete and you wanna feel strong, confident, take up space, pump up your chest, and smile. I do this all the time before a job interview, and it makes me feel good going into the job interview. It's pretty awesome. So remember, hold this position for the rest of the video. When you're thankful and proud of something, you're in an extremely confident state of mind. So we're gonna do an exercise. So grab a notebook, grab a computer or a cell phone, and let's take some notes. So the first thing I want you to write down is your proudest moment of your life. Whatever it is, write down your proudest moment. Once you've wrote it down, I want you to get back into your power position, shoulders back and feeling strong, taking up space. I want you to visualize that moment again, but try to remember as many details as possible. What emotional state were you in going into it? What emotional state were you in after that situation happened? What was your body language? Think about all the things that you can that comes to feeling amazing and try to get yourself back into that emotional state. So the next thing I want you to write down is 3 things you're thankful for. Now, this could be having a roof over your head, could be having a job, could be listening to this video, whatever it is. Let's write those 3 things down. Now, if you feel like you're struggling to find something you're thankful for, you can actually take something super negative that you don't like, and let's turn that into something that you're thankful for. For example, I hate traffic. Sitting in traffic, wasting my time, but I can turn that into thankfulness by thinking about what am I thankful for that. So I'm thankful I have a car. I'm thankful that I don't have to walk 36 miles to work. And I'm thankful that I get to educate myself while I'm on that drive. So I might have an hour drive to work. Well, I get to listen to a podcast that's educational and I feel like I was productive for that time. Now, once you're done writing those 3 things down, put yourself back in that powerful position. And now let's evaluate, how do we feel right now? Do we feel bummed? Are we taking up as little space as possible? Or do we feel good? Ideally, you feel amazing because you've just referred back to all these most amazing times of your life and this thankful state, so you should be feeling pretty good. Bullet point number 3 is about using the gym/exercises to build your confidence. I know personally that when I'm physically strong, I'm in really good shape, and I'm proud of my body, I carry myself with just such a different vibe and such a different walk because I'm way more confident and I'm feeling strong. And obviously, as a mindset, I should just feel comfortable in my body, and we're going to get to that here in a little bit. But if you can just look good and feel good and do something where you feel like you're helping yourself, it's definitely a good thing. Now, it's not a mindset of I can only be happy and I can only be confident if I'm fit, but it's, hey, I just feel extra good because I know my body's capable of doing whatever I throw at it. I'm also know that my body can handle some injuries. I do a lot of extreme sports, so if I can feel physically strong, that gives me more confidence that I'm not going to get hurt, which reduces my fear. It's a really good win-win situation. But right now, I admit I am not in the best shape. So I'm going to be doing another video of a 90-day transformation. So right now, I am 90 days out from getting hip surgery. I have a gnarly hip injury, and it's going to take me out for about 4 to possibly 8 months before I'm able to go back to like my normal sports. So I want to document what I'm doing, what I'm going through, the transformations, both physically, emotionally, and mentally, what I'm going through. So subscribe to the channel because I'm going to be super transparent and let you know everything I'm going through. Now, in addition, with feeling good, looking good, I'm going to pass over the video to my wife, Natalie, who is a ex-professional athlete who coaches mindset, physical training. She does all sorts of awesome stuff in the gym, nutrition, and so much more. So let's go hear what she has to say.
So the gym gives me confidence because it does 2 things. It gives me a strong mind and a strong body. And the way it gives me a strong mind is because when we challenge the body in certain ways, it's the mind's natural habit is to think about how hard it is, how you don't want to do it, how you just want to stop, and it focuses on the pain. And it's in that moment where I have the ability to, really train the mind in a certain way and either make it resilient and strong and focus on, persevering through it, or I can allow the mind to win and I just ease off, right? I just, either quit or I do something easy or whatever. And that mentality allows me to walk this world just with feeling like nothing can really hold me down. You know, I can handle bad days, I can handle situations in life, and I can bounce back really quickly because I've created that resilience. And then I also create a strong body in the gym. And what that does, you know, obviously by lifting weights and, you know, doing cardio and stuff like that. And that gives me access to a certain life. It allows me to do activities like whatever I want, right? I can go run a race, I can go hiking, I can go biking, I can go swimming, I can go rock climbing, I can lift heavy things, I can go dirt biking. Like, I don't need to rely on other people to do things for me. I can help other people, like an old woman, you know, carry her groceries up the stairs and I don't feel winded. And so that ability just gives me a sense of freedom and a sense of confidence and ease that, you know, I'm capable of doing anything I want. I don't have to do anything, but I'm able to do it. And so again, that just gives me that confidence in this life by having that strong mind and a strong body.
Number 4 is look good, feel good. Now, when it comes to looking good, of course, when you look good, you feel amazing, but you don't need to buy a $1,000 shirt just to feel confident, because the problem is it doesn't last forever. You might buy the sickest shirt in the world, and then a week later, it's like, whatever. You know what I mean? So you want to make sure that you're not depending on look good, feel good, and materialistic stuff. But when you look good and you shave your beard and you have a shirt you're proud of, you definitely feel good, especially going into social situations. If I have a rip in my shirt or a stain, I want to take up as little space as possible because I'm feeling insecure because I got a stain and somebody's going to make fun of me. So having like a nice shirt really does feel good. But the other thing, that the flip side to this is, even if you had a stain, everybody's so worried about themselves that they may not notice the stain. They may not notice the rip in your jeans. But I do notice when I upkeep my appearance that I do look good. It also helps me feel good. Tip number 5 is more of a mindset. Accept the fact that you are not perfect, and that's okay. When I was younger, I tried so hard to fit in, to be perfect, so that I wouldn't get bullied, I wouldn't get made fun of, and I wouldn't seem dumb. But it got to a point that it caused so much drama and frustrations and problems in my own head because I was becoming a liar. I was becoming something that I'm not. I'm becoming completely fake. And kind of a quick example that comes to my head would be when somebody asks, do you know about, and fill in the blank, and you just say yes. But you really don't. You know nothing. And so you're lying to them, you're lying to yourself, and now you're just in this weird like area of void. It's super awkward, super uncomfortable. But if you're just accept the fact that, no, I have no idea what you're talking about, is a bigger sign of confidence than just trying to fit in. If you can have a personality, have a conversation, be vulnerable, be willing to be wrong, be willing to be right, and actually be a human being, that allows you to put the guard down and be more confident and just be accepting of who you are. And that's such a big sign and such a big breakthrough for me. So hopefully that could be a breakthrough for you too. Number 6, don't be a people pleaser. Now, being a people pleaser, at the end of the day, you cannot please everyone. And once you accept the fact that that's okay, it does 2 major things. Allows you to be who you are. And who you are is pretty amazing. The other thing is you actually get to have deep connections. I know an individual who will not say anything bad, who will not even really have much to say. It's you have a conversation with them and it's, hey man, how's the weather? Oh, cool. How's your family? Awesome. How's your dog? Okay, dude, see ya. Like, that is such not deep conversations, and there's no emotion there, that it's kind of lame. It's almost like this person doesn't want to be wrong. They just want to be a people pleaser, and it makes me not interested in them at all because there's nothing to be interested in. There's no opinion. So instead of being a people pleaser, it's okay to have an opinion. It's okay to have a conflict. It's okay to have a conversation and view your point. That's totally okay. But you have to accept the fact that you can't please everyone. You have to accept the fact that people aren't going to like you, and that's okay. And once you accept that, you're going to feel more confident because you feel good about yourself. Bullet point number 7, and this one is so interesting but so relevant to our society, is stop comparing yourself to people on the internet. The biggest problem that I have with it is I scroll through Instagram and I immediately see how everybody else's lives are absolutely perfect, amazing, flawless, and fantastic. And then I'm sitting in here with my own demons, my own struggles, my own challenges, and it makes me feel so much more insignificant because I'm not where I should be. I'm not where everyone else is, and I feel like I'm not doing a good job with what I'm doing or a good job for myself. So if I can just remove that mindset of comparing myself to somebody else, it just relieves so much emotional state that makes you just feel good. If you can turn that comparing into proud or excitement for them, it helps you accept where you are, but it can motivate you to get to where they are. So just don't compare yourself to everyone else because it's going to make you feel bad about yourself, but turn that comparison into excitement or proud or an emotional state of good job. It's going to help you a lot. I've left the most important bullet point of this entire video for the end for 3 reasons. 1, thank you for watching the video to the end. 2, you really need the advice. 3, you really wanted the advice. This channel is about making you more awesome. You've watched to the end. So my number 1 advice and something that has absolutely transformed my life is being comfortable. It sounds weird, but I've struggled with being bald my whole entire life. I was bald at the age of 19. I've fought it so long, and I'm at a point where I'm now just comfortable with it. I'm confident in my own skin now because I've accepted it and I'm comfortable. So I can walk around publicly and just shave my head and I just walk around and I'm okay with it. And people might judge me, but I don't care. I'm comfortable with who I am. I'm comfortable with the situation. I'm comfortable with the cards that I've been dealt. And I also struggle with speaking on stage. So one thing that I've been working on is going up to stage and then just embracing being on stage, which means looking around, taking up space, being comfortable being in that situation. And it's allowed me to enjoy the experience, but it's allowed me to make the most of the experience. Imagine being on stage and just being okay with it and being able to look at somebody in the face and just be comfortable and make an eye contact, which is an emotional contact. We get to share a moment. That only happens if I'm comfortable. But if I'm looking down and I'm hiding and I'm trying to not take up space, I don't get to deliver a good product, a good speech. I don't get to create connections with people. If you're comfortable in your skin, you're comfortable with your appearance, you're comfortable with the cards that you've been dealt, it gives you so much more confidence and allows you to enjoy the experiences to the best. Now, being comfortable is not desensitizing yourself from just whatever it is. It's truly accepting that you're okay with it. Now, it might take a little bit of time, but it is a mindset that allows you to grow and become the better version of yourself. So for me, that has been the biggest transformation of me being comfortable in my skin, is just being comfortable being me. So I wanted to thank you so much for watching this entire video. Comment down below and let me know what was something that you liked, and is there anything that I'm missing, because I can always make another version of this video. And give this video a like for the algorithm so that more people can share it and we can influence and help as many people as possible. Don't do it for me, do it for you and everyone else that can benefit from these kinds of videos. So thank you so much for hanging out, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.